I think we're live. It's possible. It says notify me. Well, I like to be notified. That's close enough to live. Not totally sure how to feel live, but all right. Well, I guess I've been ill. I'm ill. I'm unill enough to try to live stream, I guess. Although I woke up this morning, I'm hacking and coughing again, so I don't know what the hell is going on. The never-ending illness. I'll try to keep the wheezing to a minimum. But shit happens. Excuse me. Oh man, whatever. Because it's that time of year when you get sick, right? I was pretty mangled for about a week. Oh, I just realized I haven't unloaded the dishwasher. I need something to put that spoon on though. Hold please. Oh man. I'll tell you what. Probably could have slept till noon today. But I didn't. Let's get some orange juice in me. Make you feel better. I was like sitting here trying to think, what am I gonna have for breakfast, and like didn't come up with an idea. I was like, oh, I guess I'll do French toast. Whatever. Excuse me. Jesus. I'm gonna try to grab my coffee again. Gotta work the cakes out. Alright. So, there I was. Thinking about breakfast. I got this last of this French loaf, the old French loaf. So I'm going to see if I can make French toast out of French loaf. Let's see how this goes. I don't expect great things. Let's make sure we don't have a biological experiment going on. We want it thick, but not too thick. Right? I guess we're going to do that. Yeah, I guess. I'm, what do you call it? Nostradamical. God, I swear to God, I'm not sick, and all of a sudden I wake up this morning, I'm just like hacking again. It's like, I've been officially not sick for a week. I almost streamed last week, but I was just still kind of feeling a little cruddy. The gift of foresight. All right. Don't get me banned, bro. What did I hear somebody talk about this morning? God, like we are living in the year 1984. Like there's like allegedly like a a move of people trying to convince everyone to use the term. What was it? Undocumented citizen. This is going to be the new thing you're going to start hearing. You're a citizen. You just don't have the documentation to prove that you're a citizen. So you're just an undocumented citizen. I mean, I just whatever. I mean, I'm all for everything. Oh, I got a fucking goddamn thing there. See that? Amateur ass fucking egg crack. It's like, what's a synonym to undocumented citizen? If you rob the store, that's, what would that be? Undocumented items. I don't even know what the fuck it would be. The world is so fucking weird now. I had a conversation with someone the other day. Weird. I don't even remember what they were talking about. Someone was talking about something. I don't even know, but something came up about the Texas border. And this person I was in chat with just started screaming about how the governor of Texas is a racist. And I was like, whoa, what do you do? And he's like, well, the border. And I was like, what? She's like, he's doing the border thing. He's such a racist. I couldn't help myself. I said, well, what race are the people that are coming across the border? What race is that? And they said Mexican. And I was like, I don't think Mexicans are race. I think Mexican's a country. But, whatever. I don't even think the border thing is a Mexican thing. I mean, it's the border with Mexico, but I don't think there's a race involved with people that are coming across that line there. But I could be wrong. He's a racist. I said, well, what race are the people coming across the northern border? I got real quiet. Oh, God. We're not sure what race the Canadians are. We know what race the Mexicans are. I'm just like, oh, God, dude, the world's lost. This is supposed to be an educated person, too, with, like, a degree or whatever. I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to playing video games. Good luck to everybody. This is a documented breakfast, by the way, in case you were wondering. Not like that breakfast that some people have that is undocumented. Yeah, there you go. Oh, fuck, I wouldn't go to New York. I don't know. It's like some of it you're like, ah ha ha, it's funny. And then it's like, oh God, it's terrible. Like the sanctuary cities, like the people, like, I mean, what is the term? Virtue signaling? It's just like, I'm going to say a thing because it's the way I feel. And then like that whatever that thing is they said that shows up in their fucking town, like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, we didn't mean that. It's like, oh, no, I'm pretty sure that's what you asked for. And it turns out the people that live in the town was like, no, we live here. We didn't mean that. It's the idiot running our town or whatever. It's just like, oh, okay, well, good luck with that. What's the worst that could happen, right? I said there the other day, looking forward to Ebola. Oh, God. You can get fucking airborne fucking rabies or some shit. Who fucking knows? All I know is I put way too much fucking vanilla in this. That's one thing I know. I have undocumented vanilla in my fucking batter. Batter? Is that what you call it? Batter? I don't even know what the hell you call that shit. Oh, good camera aim too, Elves. Let's preheat the old cooking surface. It's just whatever. I mean, I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody, but it's like, I'm just trying to figure out how much longer the fucking craziness is going to go on until, like, the people who are crazy are going to be like, hey, this is on the level that I live on, and they're going to start doing some crazy shit. It's like, what the fuck? All right. I don't want to get too fucking real on this channel. I want to keep my reality just checked enough where it's barely real. What could I talk about? What have I witnessed lately that's just been fucking madness? Yeah, I don't know. Just been kind of being sick lately. It just sucks, man. There's that little cough again. Never knew. So, live with Elveshelves breakfast extravaganza. You know it's bad when I don't even post YouTube videos. It's like, oh god. I thought about it, but then I thought, no, I'm good. I am good. I thought I had a whole bunch of crazy shit to talk about. Turns out, I'm just kind of hungry. This is a little later than normal. I just woke up out of nowhere, just like, oh, it's now o'clock. Wake up. It's now o'clock in the morning. How's the sizzle on this thing? Non-existent. All right. So what else is going on? Oh, so this is fun. The company that sent me those camo seat covers. I mean, what am I going to say? No, I don't really want your camo seat covers because I don't really want camo seat covers, but, you know, whatever. You want to send me some, send me some. So when they sent me that request, I was like, God, dude, more seat covers? Like, Jesus, I need more seat covers like a kick in the teeth. So it'd be something I could use. So I went through their catalog of shit they sell, and they're really more geared towards, like, larger, more adventurous side-by-sides, like sports side-by-sides is what they sell a lot of shit for. I mean, they got a couple things for the mule, but not much. But they had a cover that they called it a 2 to 3 seater sport utility cover, whatever. But my machine's not listed as one of the machines it works for. So I was like, well, there's an opportunity there, you know? Like, send me one of them covers and we'll see if it fits my fucking machine. They didn't get back to me. And I'm like, oh, you fucking sons of bitches. And then, like, I made the video, sent it to them, and someone wrote me back, like, oh, hey, thanks for getting the video done. We're celebrating the Chinese New Year right now, so we're all on vacation. As soon as we get back, we're going to send you that seat cover, or that car cover, whatever, cover. And I was like, oh, what? So, yeah, I think this like, Wednesday, I'm getting my cover. Pretty excited. It's got reflectors on it. It's molded to fit a side-by-side shaped vehicle. It's got vents, so if the air blows underneath somehow, it doesn't, like, explode or lets the steam out. It's 100% waterproof. The thing I don't know about the size, we'll find out about the size. So they make different sizes. I don't know which one they're sending me. There was one review that someone said, hey, I love this thing. I have it on my mule. But it's a picture of a side-by-side with a cover on it. And it's like, yeah, well, is that what kind of mule is that? I mean, I don't know how you take a picture of I don't know how it works. I mean, you own a side-by-side, right? It's your side-by-side. You're looking at it. It's like, there's my side-by-side. You put a cover on your side-by-side. It's like, all right, my side-by-side's covered. And then you're like, I want to tell everybody how great this is. So you take a picture of your side-by-side with a cover on it, and then you post it. But no one knows the fuck you're driving. No one has any idea. All you see is a big black fucking rubbery plastic thing with some fucking reflector strips on it. It's like, I mean, there was a couple that kind of showed the before and after, and like, those were... it's not even nearly hot enough. God damn it. That is a fucking letdown right there. I thought I put water on that and it sizzled. Did I not do that? I swear to God I put water on that and it sizzled. How many pieces of French toast can I afford to fuck up here? Some I'm doing blue plates today because I haven't done dishes for a while. You know what's bad when all your forks and all of your knives are dirty. That's the position I'm in right now. I don't even think I told the story about my dishwasher. Jesus Christ, what a nightmare. That thing's hanging on by thread. Tore that thing out, in and out, fucking probably 4 times. Like, just looking at one, like, well, it could be this. Tear that apart, look at it, put it back together, put it in. No, could be this. Tear it apart, put it back together, put it back in. Could be this. The very last thing that I looked at, when I went to unscrew it, it broke. It's the cup where the water comes in and out of the tub. 4 screws. One of the screws broke right at the fucking surface of the tub. Can't get it out. Can't replace it. Can't do anything. I said, fuck it. Screw it back together 3. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. Hoping for the best. Oh, it's a fucking nightmare. God damn, I fucked that up. Making bad decisions. Did I not put water on that? I swear to God I did. It sizzled. Sizzling water, why have you forsaken me? Oh yeah, that's fucking garbage. We have another soggy ass disappointment right here. Nothing but a soggy disappointment. Well, I've been disappointed before, so. Someone watched my video of my 1 yard of Snickers and was like, I'm disappointed. And I'm thinking, well, I just wrote back, will you get used to it? I mean, if a video of a guy opening a box of Snickers disappoints you, then you're going to have to get used to it. I mean, I'm not going to lie either. I kind of thought it was going to be a 1 yard long, like one giant Snickers when I first saw those things. Like, well, that's going to be fun. And I got used to it. Oh, how much I fucked that up. Whatever. Such is the way that the French toast goes on occasion. It gets fucked up. Oh yeah, it's just soggy. Welcome to the Soggy French Toast channel. Whatever. If you never had soggy French toast, you get used to it. Sorry. Nose is still clogging. I'm trying to think what else is new. You guys remember reading the thing in the paper about that one guy who's in charge of that country, and they were like, he's too old and stupid to get in trouble, but yet we're going to let him be in charge still. Did anybody hear about that? Like, I don't even understand what's happening right now. I do not understand. And then everyone's just like, oh, well, we'll just keep continuing. It's like, what? What did they just say? He's too feeble-minded to get in trouble? But we're just going to let him not be in trouble. We'll let him be in charge of everything still. It's just like, okay, well, is he really in charge? I mean, we're playing pretend. We got to play pretend. So when we're playing pretend, we pretend someone's in charge. I mean, the only hope I have is the people that are trying to do whatever it is that they're trying to do are so goddamn stupid that maybe they're not going to get away with it. Because someone had to make a decision that was going to be a good idea. I mean, what's the legacy? I don't know. No, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, can regular people use these excuses? Like, if I get in trouble, can I just be like, I'm fucking too stupid to be in trouble? They're like, yeah, you are pretty dumb. You're too dumb to be in trouble. But then it's like, but I'm not too dumb to keep living my life like I've been living. Oh yeah, no, you're good. Just keep doing everything you've been doing. But yeah, you're just too too mentally impaired to get in any sort of trouble. So we're not going to get you in trouble. You're fine. You just keep doing what you're doing. Like, how great is that? It was like a few years ago, it was like someone was supposed to get in trouble for doing some shit, and they're like, well, you can't get in trouble if you're running for that elected office. You just can't get in trouble. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, will that work for me? Can I run for elected office? And if I get in trouble, they'll be like, oh, but you're running for an elected office. You can't be in trouble. It's like, where do these rules come from? I mean, I know where they're coming from, but like, why are we okay with it? Like, oh, whatever. I mean, I know what the answer is like, did you see that Taylor Swift's boyfriend won the Super Bowl? That's the answer right there. That's the answer. Like, what the fuck is going on over there? Hey, look at this shiny bell with a string on it. Oh, what? I was talking with somebody like months ago about that shit, and I was like, dude, like, it wasn't even playoffs. I was like, you know who's winning the Super Bowl this year? They're like, what do you mean? I was like, who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl? Do you watch the news? What's the number one distracting sports-related pop culture thing that's happening right now? Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl? Think about it. Who wins the wrestling match? Like, you think the best wrestler wins the wrestling match? Like, god damn, people, wake the fuck up. No. What did somebody try to tell me the other day? The NFL can't be rigged because there's too much betting involved. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, no, that's... Let me guess. Because the Vegas odds, we can't... Oh, God. Okay. What's it like in your world? I'm just curious. Asking for a friend. I mean... Oh, wait. Well, I'm not going to tell you how cold my house is, but we got the butter knife out. And this is room temperature butter, and it's as cold as my fucking refrigerator because the other day it was so warm I turned my heat off. You notice I'm wearing a winter jacket right now. It was a little chilly when I woke up this morning. Forgot to turn the heat back on. Oops. Like, have you seen, you ever noticed, like, you get a couple nice days of weather, and then, like, you'll be driving down the road, you'll see some person, like, a pair of fucking shorts, like, the next day, but, like, the next day isn't the day before when it was nice. It was fucking cold balls. And they're just like, no, it was nice yesterday. Like, we had a couple days of really nice weather, and then, like, next thing I know, there's, like, fucking bicycles on the road and shit. There's people everywhere. I was like, what's happening? It's cold as fuck out. I need to get a knife and a fork, sorry. I'm going straight dishwasher mode. Alright. Alright, turned out right. So the guy that was talking about how Taylor Swift's boyfriend was going to win the Super Bowl, that guy's not dummy. He was kind of like, well, he said, I don't think they're going to do that. That's just too obvious. They'll probably make it to the game and they'll lose. And I was like, no. I can't handle those people who don't watch football, but are watching now because they're going to show Taylor Swift a couple times in the background. And then they can go, sorry, Taylor! Like, it's unbelievable how much money is brought in because of that. It's like, dude, you're not talking like, can I buy name brand versus grocery store brand cornflakes money? You're talking real money. There's too much money involved. Like, I've been watching, like, there's been like all these clips on like YouTube Shorts, and I'm sure TikTok. I don't watch TikTok. Whatever. Do that if you wish. I don't care. But of all this crazy shit of these, like, and they're just showing plays from the season of, like, non-tackles and non-calls, and it's like it looks like shit from like a rehearsal. There was one the other day where I was watching. I don't know if it's real or not. We're just watching it. They went like something and something downs, got the first down. It's 1st and 10. They made a play, came up short. Next play, it was 1st and 10 again. They gave him an extra free play. It's because that team had to fucking win the game. Like, like if you don't win, you're not, I mean, you got to win the game if you're going to make it to the next. You know what I mean? So it's like, we're going to need this team to win. Can we have you guys? Let's see. Quarterback's going to make a run. Can you just not tackle him? We're going to need him to. Yeah. Thank you. And it's just like, okay. Whatever. Kind of makes me laugh a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit funny. You really can't do much about any of it. I think I need to blow my nose. Here, watch my French toast for a second. I'm going to go blow my nose in the room. Hold, please. There we go. But you got to have something for everybody, so... But man, it's like tell a professional wrestling fan that shit's fake and they'll get mad at you. Those guys that's real. It's like, well, how do you just? It's like it's not fake. Like it doesn't exist. Like I think there was like a lawsuit or something with the NFL, and they said it's entertainment. Like in a court of law, it's just entertainment. Oh, hey, Jeremy. How am I? I'm doing better, bud. I was sick for a while. I caught a case of whatever's going around. I'm still kind of struggling a little bit, apparently. Thought I was over it, but this morning I'm like hacking again, which is kind of bumming me out. Not the worst thing, but it sucks to be feeling cruddy. I was too cruddy to live stream, too cruddy to post videos, so I think I slept for about a week. So whatever. But I mean, I think the other thing that's really pissing me off right now. Anybody watch Amazon Prime now? Like, I fucking hate that shit so much now. God almighty. I'm really trying to find anything else to do than what it's like. They put fucking commercials. It's all commercials now. It's like, dude, I don't think they understand why people watch what they watch. It's like, well, you could pay an extra. It's like, oh, okay. I'm sure it's gonna become normalized. Let's see. What are the duties of a greenskeeper at the golf course? Well, the greenskeeper, probably keep it green, I guess would be like your number one priority. It's not called the groundskeeper. Why, are you going to be a greenskeeper when you grow up? You can go to school for that. I had a buddy who went to golf school. And, oops, I just filmed that. Not what I was doing. And like you could go to the golf school to be a golfer, but one of his buddies went for golf course management, and he lived down in Arizona, my buddy. So one time I went down there to visit him, we called that dude up. I was like, "Yo, can we get on your course?" And the guy's like, "Hell yeah." I help out at the golf course. Nice. No, that's a career. That's another one. Golf. Golf is something else, man. It's like if you want to work your way up the corporate ladder, you would be best suited by knowing how to golf. I'm a pretty good golfer, actually. I don't golf very much. Well, I could probably no good anymore. I used to be a good golfer when I was younger. If I put my mind to it, I probably could have been a super good golfer. My putting game is super good, and my short game is super good. If I play 9 holes of golf, 9 holes I usually chip in at least once, or come so fucking close. I usually chip in at least once, which is like if you're not putting, yeah, that's awesome. Or draining just like crazy long putts. I got a slice though. I had a golf club that I didn't slice with, and I broke it. Kind of made me sad. One of the funniest things ever is like there's a lake near where I live where it's very fancy, and a bunch of fancy people go up there in the summertime from all over the United States. My family used to have a property up there we used to go on vacation at. And I was up there one time with some buddies, and when we were out that Friday night, we ran into a bunch of kids, a little younger than I am, a couple years younger than I am, but one of my buddies that was with me was younger than I was. He knew him real well. They were up there for a bachelor party. I'm like, oh, dude, you should come hang out with us on the bachelor party. We're doing golf, and we're doing all this other shit. It's like, hell, bachelor party, let's go. So the next morning was golf. And like I said, I was probably 3 years older than these guys. 3 or 4 years older. So in high school, I didn't really run with them, didn't know them very well. I mean, they knew who I was, because I'm a legend, obviously. So like we kind of let the bachelor party do their thing. We kind of formed our own little group. We kept the tee box. Like I think the first hole was a par 3, so it wasn't a driver, which was not like. I mean, I'm fully aware I've got a slice. I get up, dude, and I tee off, and I just about got a hole in one. I mean, it was one of the greatest shots I've ever hit. I look like a fucking professional. I look like I was on the PGA Tour. Everyone was like, "Who the fuck did you bring to this? Did you bring a ringer to the bachelor party? Like, what is happening right now?" It was the funniest shit ever. The funniest shit ever. Bring a ringer. A ringer? That used to be my thing. I used to go to people's bachelor's parties. I'd go with my buddies to someone else's bachelor party and then, like, outclass everybody in their little games. Went to one up in Minneapolis. That was fun. They had a pre-party in the backyard with, like, yard games. Beanbag toss and the such. I just fucking trounced everybody. So funny. Oh yeah, those were the good old days. The good old days. That was another weird one. I took a trip one time across the United States for a month and just like got a list of people that I knew that lived in different states and just like went and hung out with them for a couple days, and I'd go to the next house. And one of them was in Wyoming. There was some kids I went to high school with that lived in Wyoming. What was that? Laramie? Was it Laramie? Anyways, we were hanging out. This was actually pretty fun. We went off-road and did a bunch of crazy shit. A couple guys that I knew. Anyways, one of the nights we went to a house party, and the guy's house that we went to party at, he had a croquet. He's like, we're playing croquet, guys. And everyone's like, oh, what? He's like, yeah, I got a croquet fucking course set up, super extreme croquet. And I'm like, really? You want to play croquet? And the guy's like, yeah, you ever heard of croquet before? And I was like, oh, buddy. Yeah, I've heard of croquet. I've been playing croquet my whole life. I'm good at croquet. And they all just kind of laughed. Yep, I beat that dude in croquet at his own house, and he fucking lost his mind. He got so pissed. The dude was raging pissed. Because we didn't play regular croquet rules. He like made his own rules up where like there were like wickets that you had to go through where you had to bounce it off the house and back. Like he had directional ones, like you had to play a bank shot, which was like skills you would learn playing pool, and I had a pool table growing up, so like I have those that geometric thinking skills. Yep, I beat that dude at his own house, and he was fuming pissed. What we got here? What are the different types of mowers that golf courses use? Oh, there's probably 3 kinds if I had to guess. 2 for sure. I mean, you got the putting green mower is like super crazy, and then you got a mower that does the, you know, the main part, the link or whatever, the golfing part. And you probably got something that kind of bushwhacks the rough. But you could probably do the the main part and the rough with the same mower, just adjust the blade. But you have to have a special mower for the putting green. I know that. I've got an attachment for my skid loader that I bought off a dude who installed golf courses. He was a golf course builder. And he was retiring, so he didn't need this attachment anymore, so he was selling it. It was a big bar with these like steel tabs about, looks like my fingers. They all went out parallel. And he would use that to rough in the golf course. I used to golf a lot when I was young. It was fun. I'm trying to think of the thing that like I stopped golfing. Probably the last time or one of the last times I ever golfed. I have an uncle who loves golfing. I've only got to golf with him a couple times. And I was taking a trip one time, and I was like, hey, I'm coming down. I got nothing to do. Like, can we go golfing when I'm down? And he's like, yeah, bring your clubs. But, like, before the trip, I was, like, in the backyard. I'm trying to think how it worked. I think it was when I was putting the addition on my house. I decided if I had any extra concrete, I was going to fill 5-gallon buckets and then make concrete like buckets of concrete. Then I could use them to like, I don't know, set them out so people can't drive, or I can like, you know, I just felt like there was uses for concrete buckets full of concrete. So I made a bunch of them. So I had some extra concrete, whatever. Made a bunch. Well, a 5-gallon bucket of concrete is heavy as hell, and like I hadn't got around to like popping them all out of the buckets, and I still had buckets full of concrete that had handles and stuff. And I'd moved them in the backyard. Anyway, I was doing something, I had to move them. I didn't have to move very far, so I was like, I'm just going to move these things by hand. I was pick them up and just like put them where I want them to be, and they'll be fine. So I started moving them, and it was like, you kind of picked it up and you got the momentum going, and you just kind of went with it because it was heavy. Well, I went to do one of them. I think the handle broke, and I was really close to setting it down, and it went to dunk, and I literally crushed. I think it was this finger. I crushed the finger between the 2 pieces of concrete. I had gloves on too, and it like, the pain of that was so extreme. I almost blacked out. It was probably it was one of the most painful experiences I ever had in my life. I was like laying on the floor, flopping like a fish. I'm sure I started crying. I didn't break the bone, but I squished the bone. I crushed it. And it fucked my grip up. Like I could, like forever, my finger was just jacked. But like enough months went by, but like I got it back. Like right now, like I'm good, but like At the time, I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna go golf with my uncle. But I hadn't gone golfing since I crushed my finger, and like, I couldn't grip the club right. Like literally, could not grip the club right. And we were playing 18 holes, and at the end of 9 holes, I was like, guys, that was fun. I was playing like shit. I mean, it looked like I had never golfed in my life. Everyone was kind of like, have you ever golfed before? And I explained, I was like, dog, I crushed my finger, and I thought I was good, but like, I can't grip and swing right. Like it's throwing everything off. It was one of the most terrible experiences I've ever had. My uncle wasn't very happy with me. He's like, I thought you were like, I don't know if that was the first time I ever golfed him. I was like, dude, trust me, I'm a decent golfer. But like, I couldn't do anything. Nothing. I couldn't putt. I couldn't. And then like, by about hole 9, then my finger started actually hurting. It was like, now it's like painful to do it. And I was like, oh God. I struggled through it, but man, it was rough. They were all laughing at me. He's like, dude, they're all like, you're terrible. Like, it was like, blonk. Like, I could have probably just played one-handed and it'd have been better, but. Ooh. The winter jacket's coming off, kids. So I'm warming up. Woo! It's toasty in here. Yeah, buddy. So, yeah, the crush finger. I don't think I've golfed ever since. My grandma used to golf. True story. Oh, well, whatever. He's too injured to golf, but he's still going to golf. Oh, well. Oh, swell. Can't have everything in life. Oh, wait. Did I miss something? Scissors and mowers? Oh, man. The mower. You ever see one of them push mowers with the spinny, the old manual ones? Dooby-dee-ba-da-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-doo. Oof. This is turning into lunch. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Hold please. Oh, God. Am I getting re-sick? Is that a thing? Can I get sick again? I thought once you got sick, you couldn't get sick again. What the fuck is happening? I need to talk to the manager. The manager. I was watching a video the other day. Oh, the old internet rabbit hole you go down. So here I am watching videos about Aldi's. Why am I watching videos about Aldi's? But I'm watching a video about Aldi's. And someone was saying, like, if you're shopping at Aldi, apparently in the Midwest we call it Aldi's with an S. News. Apparently, according to the internet, when you're checking out, if you have an object or a thing you're buying that's like damaged, you can ask the cashier for a discount, and the cashier can give you a discount. Like if you buy a box or a bag of apples and there's like crushed one or whatever, you can be like, can you give me a discount on this? And I guess they'll give you one. Did you get new tools for the garage? Ooh. Yeah, kind of. I got some videos coming up. We got, what do I got coming up for videos? I got an impact driver video coming. I got a power cord video coming. I got a clamp. Like a eight pack of clamps video coming. I got a broken tool video coming. That's about it. Whatever. It's whatever. Let me make more coffee. This coffee is ice cold. Coffee makes me poop. Yep. Warm that up a little bit. Put a little of the old sugar in. I'm getting alarmingly low on the half and half. Forgot about that the other day. I got probably a day to 2 days worth of half and half. Otherwise, we're gonna have tragedy around here. We're gonna have a tragedy. Oh man, whatever. That's good. What else interesting is happening in the world? It's like all that's happening in the world is just a bunch of craziness. Just a bunch of madness. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I can't do much about any of it. But I will say the being too mentally deficient to be in trouble and yet still be in charge thing, I just can't. I'm having a hard time with that one. I mean, did anyone see that press conference? Like, that was the craziest shit. I mean, how... And, like, why isn't it a bigger deal? Like, how do you go out and have a press conference to prove that you're not a stupid old person? And while you're having the press conference, you just do nothing but stupid old person stuff. How long does it take to mow the lawn? I don't think they ever stop mowing at a golf course. I think a golf course, it just gets mowed forever. I think you start on Monday, and when you get done on Friday, you mow Saturday and Sunday, and you come back and you start mowing again on Monday. I think you just mow all the time. But yeah, back to that press conference. It's just like, it was like, I think, what was the worst part of it? He was trying to talk about the conflict over in the Middle East. And talking about the border between Egypt and another country. But then he started talking about the president of Mexico. But then he was referring to the president of Egypt. It's like, I don't even actually know what he was trying to... I mean, I think I know what he was trying to say, but like... Did he confuse Mexico's border with Egypt's border? Or did he just confuse the name of the presidents? Like... But it's like... I don't know, man. That is some shit right there. That is some shit. I mean, that's not even getting, like, political. That's just, like... I mean, that'd be, like... How about if that dude was in charge of your barbecue? Would you be excited right now to have him in charge of, like, organizing your barbecue? I don't think you'd have a barbecue. Or... being in charge of anything. Like, hey, here's a grocery list. Could you go to the grocery store and give me this? I don't think you're getting the shit on your list. I don't think you would get what's on your list if they put the current guy in charge of getting the groceries. Or make it a beer run. You know what I mean? And it's like not even like it's not even like, well, maybe. No. 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 So I'm trying to think one of the craziest things also that's going on is like if you ever watch a pre-recorded segment of the current president speaking for like a political ad or anything where it's pre-recorded, it'll be edited into like short chunks and it will still be nearly hard to follow. And those short chunks are the best takes they can get. You know, maybe they spent 4 hours having him say lines over and over and over, and then they're editing them to try to make it sound like he can speak in a coherent, and it's like it's still mush mouth. It's just like, what the fuck is happening? Like that doesn't even make sense. And somehow everyone's supposed to just be like, no, that's fine. It's fine. That's fine. I'm just like, oh my god, dude. Whatever. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's some of the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of crazy shit. I mean, it's like mandatory required cognitive dissonance. So like cognitive dissonance, if you don't know what that means, it's when you see something and your brain has to believe two things that cannot happen. But you have to believe them both at the same time. It's like you know what's happening, but then you have to believe something else is happening. It's like a requirement. It is some serious 1984 shit. Like 2 plus 2, that's up for debate. What you're seeing on TV, we're gonna tell you what you think. It's like, oh god, come on now. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't. I mean, I'm not charging anything. It's just like, can we just pick like whoever you're gonna put in charge? Can you just not pick a retarded person, a handicapped person? Like nothing against people who are handicapped, happens to a lot of people, but don't put them in charge. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be mean. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I mean, there's shit that I can't do. Don't put me in charge of the NBA. I don't know shit about that. I don't want to be in charge of that. I cannot be in charge of certain things. But God Almighty. It's just so bonkers. I mean, I think the real problem they're having is I'm pretty sure the whole, what do you call it, the top secret documents thing, I think that was going to be the big story thing to prevent the former president from running. That was going to be it. And they had it all lined up ready to go. And then they were like, well, we better make sure before we release the hounds on this little, is that a piece of paper in there? It is. We want to eat that. Before they release the hounds on that one, it's like we better double make sure that none of our guys are going to be. And they found, oopsie doops. turns out that happens to a lot of people that are in significant positions of power. It's like, oh god, it was even worse because it doesn't matter who you are. When you're the president of the United States, while you're president, you have special powers. You know, any president does. And one of them is to declassify stuff. But it's only the president that has that. So if you're not the president, you can't do that shit. Like, for example, if you're vice president, you don't have the power to declassify stuff. Or if you're the mailman, you don't have the power to declassify stuff. Or if you're a senator, you don't have the power to declassify stuff. But if you're the president, you do. Whatever. It's just so weird. I think it was easier before the internet. I mean, there was a long time there in human history. If you're a student of history, there was a long time, like basically since the beginning until I don't know, about 20 something years ago, where the only way the information got out was when the information givers gave the information out. That was it. I mean, honestly, up until Guggenheim invented the movable type press, or somewhere around then. Some people say that there was people in the Far East that invented movable type press before Guggenheim. But anyways, up until they invented movable type press, you couldn't even. The information is what they told you with their mouth. It wasn't even written shit. It was just like, hey, we're in charge and this is what's happening. Everyone's like, okay. That's for real. And there was a long time there where like the only information anybody got was when they went to church. That was it. There was a long time there when you went to church, they spoke to you in a language you didn't even understand, and that was all you got. Listen, you want to hear a funny story? I'll tell you a funny story. You ever heard the term hocus pocus? Hocus pocus. Like abracadabra, alakazam, hocus pocus. Hocus pocus, you know where that comes from? That comes from when you're doing, I'm going to say this wrong. If you're giving a church service in Latin, and you get to the part where you're talking about the resurrection of an important person in your church, there's a line in there. It's something to do with the corpse. Hoc est corpus est. It's Latin. And if you say it quick enough, it sounds like hocus pocus. I should Google that. I'm kind of butchering that story a little bit, but like they used to give church services in Latin, and the people who couldn't read or understand Latin used to go there. And after so many years, it was like you were required to go, and it was just like, we're going to have to listen to the guy say hoc est corpus est, having to do with the body resurrecting or whatever. And that's where, and then there was a court jester, allegedly, like all this is like, I don't know if that's true or not, but there was a very famous court jester who started saying hocus pocus when he was entertaining. But yeah, that's where that came from. It's an interpretation of someone speaking Latin by a person who doesn't speak Latin. But yet it's required to go and listen to Latin being spoke. There you go. Let me Google that real quick. I feel like I'm shit talking right now. Hocus pocus Latin. Okay, let me see if I can find it here. History. Hocus est in entium corpus meum, meaning this is my body. So when they're doing the Eucharist, or I don't know what the hell it is, a corruption of the parody of the Catholic, the Eucharist, which contains the phrase "Hoc est em corpusum." Back to 1694. Hoc est corpus. There you go. There's some useless knowledge that you now possess. Best of luck to you. Well, watch my French toast for me, please. I'm gonna blow my nose again. Something about being on the internet makes my nose run. Whatever. trying to think what other funny things I've heard lately. Or things that like that you see people do and it's just like, okay. I mean, I guess one of my favorite ones is gambling. I mean, I don't know if you're into gambling or not, but like I've never really understood. I mean, I guess I do understand because like I have gambled before, you know. And there's not much in life better than winning when you're gambling. That feels pretty good. But I've never understood people that like gamble on the regular. Like they're hooked on gambling. It's like I mean it's like anything else in life. There's like it's like you like playing basketball, but are you gonna go pro? Well, there are pros. Yes, there are people who are professional basketball players. It's true. But how many people aren't professional basketball players? Everybody but the professional. So like, are you gonna be a professional gambler? Yeah, I'm a professional gambler. Okay. Well, how many people can be professional gamblers that actually win? How many? I don't even know. Not a lot. Like I watched a video the other day of a guy who was a professional gambler, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they definitely cheat." He was like, "Yeah, they cheat." And he's like, "I figured it out, and I figured out how to like beat them at their own game." And you know what he doesn't do anymore? He doesn't gamble because no one will let him gamble because he figured it out. It's like, well, you can't be that good at gambling because if you get too good at gambling, they don't let you gamble. Like, there's a reason the lights are on at the casino. It's because you're going to lose. So, anywho's, it was like a week or two ago, I guess. I was hanging out, and there was a dude that I play video games with who, unfortunately, is a gambler. He gambles. And I don't know the dude very well, but he might be a professional gambler. You know, the kind that's got the system. You know, remember one of them guys that got the system that they're always winning. But like, how do you describe it? You remember your wins and you tally those, but you never count your losses. So you don't know how much you've actually lost, but you always count your wins. Anyways, he made some crazy bet. I don't know that much about the shit, but like, he bet if like 8 things happened, like 8 game it's a parlay. Is that what it is? If 8 teams won, he'd win 10 grand on a $4 bet or something. And it was like, what? Like, you're gonna win 10 grand on a $4 bet if 8 teams win a certain way. I was like, dude. Well, obviously they're gonna take your money because Well, he was like, 8 of his teams had won on this thing. He only needed a couple more, and he was freaking out. He's like, dude, I'm gonna win 10 grand. I'm gonna win 10 grand. I'm gonna win 10 grand. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, don't forget the little people when you're done. Like, holy shit. I didn't hear much more about it. So I'm, I don't know. It's possible. I'm guessing though that it didn't work out. And I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I mean, for $4, getting excited. Maybe it's worth $4 to get that excited. The dude was excited. People were excited for him. People were like, "Oh, I hope you win. I hope you win." It's like, I mean, I'll bet 50 cents, and if I win, I win 10 million. Oh, I lost. Oh, well, yeah, whatever. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's hard for me to understand. Oh wait, I got the stump. I'll cook the stump too. Let that soak. I mean, I'll even buy a lotto ticket sometimes when it's like, Powerball's $1 bajillion. It's like, oh, a bajillion? Yeah, no, I got $1 for that. Like, I'll put $1 in the old bajillion. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm too judgy. I'd be judging people. And sometimes I just wonder, like, how many times that dude's bet $4 to win 10,000. Like, I knew a kid that gambled when I was younger. It was a real similar thing where, like, I don't know if you guys remember back when, like, Texas poker or no hold'ems poker was like a big thing. There was a while about 20 years ago where they started like televising that shit and like having these big tournaments and stuff, and like I knew some people that were like, I'm a gambler, I'm getting and it was just like, there's a casino in my town. He'd go down there and like, if you win, you never hear the end of it. And if you lost, if you asked how much you lost, you wouldn't want to talk about it. Like, have they play poker at the house after the bars, and they're always trying to get me to play. And I'm like, dude, you want me to give you? Like one time I was finally here, supposed to buy in $10. I was like, here's $10. First hand, I said all in. I lost, obviously. So I went back and sat on the couch again. Like, could you just leave me alone? Like, take my $10. I don't know how to think about it. Like, if you need $10 and you're gambling to get $10, you might be in trouble. And then there's shit like, what was it? Like, one of my brothers was getting married. And they had the rehearsal dinner at the gambling place because you could do a package deal. And my aunt and uncle were up. They flew up. And part of the package deal is everyone got like a couple bucks or $10 or whatever to do some little bit of gambling. My aunt stuck some money in a one-armed bandit. And she jackpotted it. It was like ding, 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 ding. Like, it was such a big jackpot, like the money wouldn't come out of the machine. That was hilarious. How's the dog? Well, the dog is resting peacefully off camera. But the funny thing about my aunt is she doesn't gamble. So for her, that was nothing but winning right there. I mean, that was just a big win. Just a big old win. Just a big old win. How am I going to cook the backside of that one? The old stump here. Ooh, that's not going to work out very good at all, is it? Oh, well. Oh, I've got overtime. All right, hold on. Let's finish this thing up. Let me adjust the camera real quick. Sorry about that. My beard's on crooked. Hey! You looking at my cabinets? Whatever. Yowzer. Alright. I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I need to wash my car because it's been salty. I don't know if it's going to be warm enough for me to do that, though. Whatever. Alright, well, I don't think I streamed for like 2 weeks. Should be back to normal again. Whatever. I feel like if I'm gone too long, the internet forgets who I am and no one ever wants to hang out with old Elveshelves. But yeah, I don't know. I keep looking around. It's like, I got some laundry to do. I can see a pile of laundry right there. Dishwasher's full. Plenty of things to do. Alright. Well, peace out. I went longer than I was supposed to. Make it up for missed streams. If you caught it live, awesome. Thanks for chatting. If you missed the live and you're watching the re-upload, well, the live is just so amazing. Oh, it's just the best. Peace out. Later.